Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Modern Warfare Remastered in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the M21 Sniper Rifle, and you're going to get to see me do my absolute best to actually snipe with it instead of just spam shots all over the place. And I'll have you know that I'm recording this near the tail end of an all-day migraine, so if I say something a little crazy or there's a speech impediment or something, please do forgive me. You'll see a mix of gameplay, me using both the default scope and the ACOG scope, but I'm going to be running stopping power on both of them because I feel that's the way to go with this particular sniper rifle. The base damage is 70, and if you add stopping power, that'll take the base damage up to 98, which we'll get into the body multipliers in just a second. The ACOG sight does not change the damage whatsoever. That's unique to the M40A3. However, the ACOG sight does decrease your aim down sights time by 25% from 400 milliseconds down to 300 milliseconds, putting it right in the same category as an assault rifle. And unique to the M21 and a few other of the semi-auto sniper rifles is that you get decreased recoil when crouched or prone. It's not as noticeable when you're crouched, but it is extremely noticeable when you're prone. When you go prone with this weapon, you can shoot it just about as fast as your heart's content, and you won't experience very much recoil at all. Now, let's talk about those body multipliers. Without stopping power, you can only one-shot kill people to the head, as represented by Makarov here. Most notably, the upper shoulders, the neck, the upper chest, none of that will get you a one-shot kill. It has to be perfectly centered on the head. However, if you run stopping power on the M21, you can get one-shot kills to the head, to the neck, and the upper torso, putting it closer in line with other sniper rifles, and in my experience, making it much, much easier to use. Of note, the M21 has the overall smallest one-shot kill area of any sniper rifle in Modern Warfare Remastered. Just when you compare its stopping power one-shot kills and its base damage one-shot kills, it has the overall least amount of one-shot kill potential of any sniper rifle. However, it is by far the best sniper rifle in hardcore because even without stopping power, its base damage is enough to get one-shot kills anywhere. It's got a large magazine, it fires quickly, it's easy to handle, and you can go ahead and run it with Juggernaut or UAV Jammer or whatever perk you want instead of stopping power, and it's still a one-shot kill. So it works excellently for hardcore, it's just not quite as excellent for core. In core modes, you need to expect a lot of two-shot kills with the M21. When I run it with stopping power, and especially when I'm recording for in-depth, I try to do crazy things like get a lot of headshots, get a lot of chest shots. I try not to double tap because it looks newbie, but really the M21 is all about double tapping people. It's a two-hit or quit, it's a pop-pop and they're done. It's not so much a one-shot rifle. However, it does have an extremely fast rate of fire at 1,200 rounds per minute. That's semi-automatic, so you need to have a very good trigger finger to get up that high. Double tap will take you up to 1,600 rounds per minute, and that you'd have to be an absolute madman in order to do that, but I do suppose it's possible. And at these rates of fire, even if you are prone, the recoil is going to be very, very substantial. But I do remember back in the day, people would have modded controllers and kind of use it as a strange shotgun. Magazine size is 10, thankfully, which is a very large magazine for a sniper rifle. This is exactly the same as the Dragunov and the Barrett 50 cal. It kind of allows you to shoot a lot without bothering to reload. And when you do reload, the reload time is quite fast at 1.5 seconds. So there's very little downtime with the M21 and very little reason for you to be very reserved with your shots, except of course in situations where the enemies are so far away you don't think that you will be able to get a second shot. When it comes to handling statistics, sprint out, idle sway, aim down sights time, swap time, all of those are normal for sniper rifles. Almost all of the sniper rifles share these exact same base statistics, so it's exactly the same as the M40 or 700, anything like that. Because it's a semi-automatic weapon with a high rate of fire, Hipfire is doable. You definitely can kill people with Hipfire, but it's still not very reliable. Sometimes there are some pretty colossal fails associated with hip-firing people, and I actually had a pretty bad one on the stream the other day that I'm going to go ahead and show you right now.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I don't even... what? Like... okay. You're right, Nintendo. It was lag. That was lag. You all saw it? You saw the lag happening? Sometimes it works great, sometimes it's just a complete and total failure, so you do need to be careful with that. I only use it in desperate situations or when I'm being a clown and I want to show off on stream. The M21 I view as kind of like baby's first sniper. It's forgiving, it's spammable, it's easy to use, the recoil isn't very high, you get a lot of follow-up shots. The only thing it really doesn't do is get a lot of one-shot kills, but it's kind of designed to train you to aim for upper chest and head areas, which is what you want to do when you're learning to use a sniper rifle. And way back in the day when I was completely new at Call of Duty and playing COD 4, the M21 is the sniper rifle that I gravitated toward because it was by far the most forgiving, and if I failed to get the chest or headshot, I could spam people down, and I found that very appealing as a new player. Now as a more experienced player, I much prefer the one-shot kill, the Barrett, the M40, the R700 or something like that, and I don't go for the M21 as much because I can't get true picks with it. When you use it with the ACOG sight, it statistically dominates the M14. There's really no reason to use the M14 with an ACOG sight when you have the M21 with an ACOG sight, because the M21 with an ACOG sight has faster aim down sights time, it has less recoil, it gets way more one-shot kills just by body area, infinite range, more base damage. It's a much better weapon. So if you want to use a true DMR in Modern Warfare Remastered, I would strongly recommend the M21 with ACOG sight. That being said, when it comes to actually using the M21, I don't enjoy it with ACOG very much. And my recommendations on how to use it is to use the base regular optics. I much prefer those because I can actually snipe with them when I need to, and they're easy enough to spam with. I run stopping power to increase my one-shot kills because I typically am trying to get one-shot kills. I'll do the follow-up shot if I have to. Iron lungs because I find myself holding my breath a lot more with this sniper rifle than with others, and with the lower body multipliers, it's less likely for you to even get wall bangs anyway, so deep impact isn't as necessary. And finally, run bandolier with it, even though I didn't do it all the time in this commentary, just because you're going to waste a lot of ammo. You're going to spam a lot of ammo out there, so running bandolier means you're not going to have to scavenge or change guns on the fly. Guys, that's all for this episode of Modern Warfare Remastered in Depth. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. I hope my migraine didn't screw anything up here in the commentary. And if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.